Good morning, champions. Happy Wednesday morning, coming to you live from the 5 a.m. club where we get up early and we conquer our morning to own our day. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday morning as we continue to press in through the second half. We'll stay accurate on that, of March Madness. Big update yesterday. Probably a big update coming today based on what I see. And so continue to coordinate with your individual teams, talk with your coaches, do all that stuff, and stay hyper focused and vigilant on it. Not only because of last week's business, right? That's going to process and finalize on Thursday, but also what you're doing this week, right? Because even if you only got 1 point last week, you can get 8 points this week. It's all big shakeup in the standings yesterday. So it's still anybody's game. Still possible to place in top four for sure for every single team. So nobody's out of it, especially based on what this week is. And my message this morning is just that reminder. Yesterday I got some phone calls, and I just didn't recognize the number, and I was busy and had stuff going on with work and my kids and stuff like that. And I just answered irritated, right? And it just made me think, of our clients. And sometimes when we call them and they just say like, who is this? What do you want? I'm not interested. Stop calling me, all this stuff. We take all that at face value. And we forget sometimes that yesterday I was answering like, hello, who is this? Like, why are you calling? And I was doing that not because of the person that was calling. I was doing that because of my surroundings, because of what was going on, and because I was already irritated in the moment. And I actually apologized to one individual once I realized why they were calling and who they were calling with. But it takes a minute, right? It takes a minute to de-escalate. It takes a minute to warm up. It takes a minute to do all that stuff. But the key is that the individuals that did that in a kind and caring and reassuring and apologetic kind of way, that's who I respond best to, right? And so we've got to remember not to meet the client where they're at when it comes to their energy sometimes in the beginning. So if they're being disrespectful, rude, or say something inappropriate or whatever, we can't come meet them at that. We have to, again, come with that apologetic but confident tone of who we are and why we're calling, and apologize. I'm so sorry for disturbing you, and again, some of those lines we talk about, like, man, don't you hate, that's why we say we're not a telemarketer, right? And so I said, I've just been getting so many calls. And I say, so have I, and that's what I said yesterday. I said, I apologize. I'm just getting so many phone calls on stuff that's irrelevant, especially with my parents and Medicare and some of this other stuff. So I apologize because I didn't realize that's who was calling. And so we just need to remember that our clients, sometimes they're having a bad day. They've got other stuff going on or whatever, and it's not you, and you are not the reason that's happening. But if you can get them to listen, and if you can apologize, and if you can get through that warm up and ask some questions and get them talking, then sometimes that's all it takes, and then the sky's the limit. So that's my daily reminder. So let's aspire to be better today than we were yesterday. Let's do it every single day, folks. Be amazed where we end up. Let's have a fantastic Wednesday. See all of you all in the national call. Let's keep this March Madness going. See you guys soon now.